It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the New York Knicks in New York. For the Knicks, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. So we're right around halfway through the season. Jack, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now, you want to win later, a combination of both. Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system, you have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you. I understood it. I understood.
All right.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. The fans making some noise here at the Knicks Arena. The New York Knicks are getting settled in. And, of course, Julius Randle. Coaches and fans enjoying seeing how he fits into the game plan and lineup here with his new team.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and, man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
As the season gets longer, so does the injury list. And Clark, you've taken a look at how you stay healthy, what these athletes have got to do, changes from era to era, but what precautions do teams take right now to ensure their players are at their very healthiest?
Well, you know, I think it's all about preventative maintenance and really good training and medical staffs, and most of those in the NBA are excellent. Do a good job of the preseason work, the conditioning work, the customizing of routines of weightlifting and recovery for each player. And then it's a matter of the player following the protocols and his particular program so that you fight off injury. And if you do get injured, it typically isn't, you're not out for extended periods of time. So, and then the emphasis on rest cannot be overstated. Teams are doing a much better job at managing the bodies of their players.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is down low with Lopez. Bledsoe is out there with Matthews. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Free throw, good. Matthews. And Wes Matthews, a player who has done a great job, Clark, of recovering from a ruptured Achilles.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Kevin. That's not an easy injury to come back from. He had his injury in 2015 and has been one of the best examples of full recovery from what can be a devastating career-threatening injury. Reached out to DeMarcus Cousins when Cousins ruptured his Achilles to give him a voice of somebody who had already traveled that road.
Now, here is Smith. And he banks in the layup.
And, you know, Smith says, bump that. I'm not going to let the defense overwhelm me. If he's close to the rim, he's going to find a way to score around good defense.
Back to Middleton. Stolen. From 12 feet out. Misses off the left iron. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Yeah, the woodshed is what we call that. They annihilated them, simply had no answers for how to slow them down.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach David Fizdale. His big point of emphasis was that they have to be smarter at the offensive end. He thought both of the losses were due to poor decision-making, missing the open man, getting baited into taking bad shots. He feels at their best, they have to have high percentage scoring opportunities and finish strong. Kevin?
David, thank you. Sounds like shooting is what he's concerned with most early on.
Yeah, they're looking for a controlled, patient offense today, and the key to that will be shot selection.
You know, if that's where they're focused on effective shooting, they'd be really smart to get it inside as much as possible. Get those high-quality looks in the paint area.
Now here's Randall. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Shot clock at 6.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That one off the back iron and out.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Here's Trier. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Trier's got his first basket. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Well, Dennis Smith Jr., one of the scariest players to see coming at you down the lane, Clark. He can just wreck the rim.
Oh, big time, Kevin. Not only does he finish hard, he does so violently and with some anger attached to it. The kind of dunks where you're worried if defenders are going to get hurt trying to challenge him. This guy's explosive. No surprise he was in the dunk contest last season, and I don't think that's going to be his first invite.
The Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Antetokounmpo finds Bledsoe. Now here's Lopez. He's defended by Randall, and the Bucks miss again.
They're cold so far, only 1 for 5 to begin this one.
Unloads from 13. Here's Trier. Trying to get open is Randall. Trier, that's good. Trier's got his second bucket.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Yeah, we call those winning plays, particularly when you're doing it with the kind of effort he does. I mean, those kinds of hustle plays, it'll be interesting to see what he's got left in his tank because he usually makes a bunch of those.
Matthews. Picked away and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month, the shot block leaders. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a 5-point game. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
No question about it. Honed in completely. They demonstrated real grit in a tough place to play, and they got the result they wanted.
Here's Middleton, and here's Matthews for the 3. Robinson pulls it in. The Knicks leading by 3, and here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way.
In transition, Randall extremely mobile for a power forward.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Smith against Bledsoe. The feed to Lopez. That shot off the mark, and New York will come the other way. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, you think about it, they didn't knock them down at the same rate, and that hurt them.
Bobby Portis has checked in for Robinson. The Bucks also changing it up. Robin Lopez has checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. And George Hills subbed in for Wesley Matthews.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays.
Lopez with the ball. Picked up by Portis. Now here is Hill. T right on him. It's stolen by Morris. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Ilyasova. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You know, Ilyasova, even when you hit him, this guy is so good at maintaining his poise and balance. Always under control.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Free throw good from Ilyasova.
A couple of things that make Ilyasova so unique are his quickness and shooting ability at 6'10".
Payton dishes to Ellington. Wants to get it to Morris and does. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Payton outside. Goes up at the stripe. Here's Portis. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Portis has got his first bucket in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Hill passes to Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Man, how about the vision of the hometown hero, George Hill, spotting a teammate and whipping it over quickly.
The Knicks with the lead. Poked loose, and oh, here we go. Hill, nobody back, and he hits it to tie the game up. Payton with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the Bucks with these great new facilities, a new coaching staff, a talented roster. What's the upside for this team, Clark?
I think, Kevin, a top 4 seed in the East is very much in the realm of possibility. They have quality players around Giannis, and in this league, you've got to have multiple stars to compete for titles. They're on their way. They're moving in the right direction.
Shot clock at 6. Hill kicks to Korver. Shoots over Ellington. Korver, no luck.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game. Hey, but unfortunately, they came up empty.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You look at the Bucks. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Knicks, they have a lot of ground to make up.
Well, I think for New York, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
In the corner, it's Morris. Kicks it to Ellington. Hill against Payton. Shoots from 12. Offensive rebound, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him. Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Hill kicks to Lopez. It's back to Hill. Here's Connaughton, defended by Portis. Connaughton passes to Lopez. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
A smart, decisive pass inside there. He really made it easy for his teammate.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And Robin Lopez, one of those dirty work type of big men, rebounding, defending, a lot of grit, setting screens. He does it all.
Yeah, unselfish. He does know his role. It just makes things easier for his teammates. Has his quirks, but has proven to be a great teammate.
And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Bucks.
And they've really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim. Those tend to be far more efficient.
Payton with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Payton kicks to Morris. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Morris has got the game tied up here for New York.
Tremendous court awareness by Payton.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting the ball to the tune of 41% from the field so far. Hill inside, covered by Payton. Ilyasova can't hit. New York shooting 47% here so far. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. You had a terrific amateur career. You made NBA all-rookie first team. Can't exactly call you a late bloomer at all. You were really thriving.
Yeah, I had a lot of great people around me, Kevin, from the time I started playing in middle school to high school, college, the pros. Actually was fortunate Herb Williams, a teammate of mine in college at Ohio State, was also with the Pacers when I got there. So that helped my transition immensely to have a friend, veteran guy in the league. He had been there a year before me, break me in, and then I had an opportunity to play a lot and show what I could do, but I attribute it to good fortune, favor, and a lot of good people.
Ellington kicks to Portis. Payton outside. In the corner, it's Ellington. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists now in this one.
The passing of Elfrid Payton is so critical to this team. I mean, they really rely on him to set up the offense.
Poked away. Here's Ellington. Lopez with the block, and he gets it back. The shot's good from Ellington. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Looking to end the run, and Gibson sends it back.
A good defender who uses his body well, Gibson is capable of blocking shots.
And there's Ilyasova on the assist by Hill. Ilyasova's got 5.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now the Bucks moving it up. Outside Korver. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Bucks trail by 5. Now Ilyasova. 11-point game his last outing. Here's Hill. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Outstanding body control by Hill. I mean, taking the contact like a much bigger guy would and finishing these buckets.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Let's take a moment now to check out the top scorers around the league. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4th.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Here's Trier. He's covered by Matthews.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
And Matthews gets it to go. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And now a 3-point Milwaukee lead. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Shot to stop the run. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hill kicks to Middleton. The tray. Robinson pulls it in. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Knox. Defended by Middleton. Knox misses. Bucks leading by 3. Middleton left side. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Middleton's got his first points in this one. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
You know, that's not how you distribute the ball. Needs to be more focused when making passes like that.
And here's Matthews for the 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, you know, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense, on every possession.
And welcome back as we continue our Christmas Day matchup. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, everything is sharp. I mean, nothing forced, precise passes, taking care of the ball. That's good stuff.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, Middleton and Giannis are your small and power forwards. Matthews out there at Bledsoe, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Bucks leading by 4. Bledsoe left side. Good on the bucket. Bledsoe's got 6.
And, you know, you've got to honor Bledsoe's mid-range J. I mean, he's consistent at knocking it down from there.
It's Robinson high post. Pass to Knox. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Randall's checked in for Taj Gibson. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Knox, guarded by Bledsoe. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Randall.
That's a nice move by Randall. That's the area where he likes to work most.
Bledsoe kicks to Matthews. Middleton right side. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Smith.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game. You know, Julius Randle is a young power forward, a little undersized for that position, but fairly dependable. Good movement when he gets to the basket, and he knows how to finish inside. Surprised his rookie option wasn't picked up, but he made the best of it in free agency.
Knocks it loose. Trier passes to Robinson. 5 to shoot. Here's Trier. He's covered by Matthews. Trier, that's good. And for Randall, a free agent this past summer, it seems he never felt truly wanted by the team that drafted him.
Well, you know, he's dealt with injuries early in his career and a lot of trade rumors, which can affect a young player in a negative way. I think he's still shown solid improvement in his first handful of years in the league. And again, you've got to recall and remember how young some of these guys are. Even when they've been in the league 4, 5, 6 years, some of these guys are like 22, 23 years old. And that's still not enough time for them to fully mature as players.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Bucks leading by 5. Outside Matthews. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Now the pass to Middleton. Fires the 3. Another miss by Middleton.
I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, his team still is in front.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. New York moving it around. Smith against Bledsoe. Floats one up.
And, you know, Kevin, his team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
4 on the clock. Here's Randall.
And Lopez, with his size, is so good at just taking away space at the defensive end.
Here's Middleton. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The first free throw is good.
And Chris Middleton, 2 seasons ago, tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Korver comes in for Wesley Matthews. Middleton hits them both. And Chris Middleton with maybe, Greg, his best season yet in 2017-18.
It just seems like he gets better every year. A former second-round pick, now all-star caliber. He's worked extremely hard, stayed in the lab, and now we're seeing the results.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Bledsoe looking around. Dishes to Korver. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And the quickness of Middleton on the drive is really remarkable. I mean, he gets to the bucket so fast.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Portis with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Randall finds Payton. They could use a bucket, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Chris Middleton. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 5th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. Bledsoe dishes to Korver. Shoots over Ellington. And there's Korver on the assist from Eric Bledsoe.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Knicks trail by 11. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
New York calls timeout. Fans can see what a team is doing on the court, but they can't see behind the scenes. Clark, in your experience, what are some of the hallmarks of a team with great locker room chemistry?
Yeah, you know, it varies from team to team. You know, you've got various personalities, but I think the one common theme is really a respect for each other and a willingness to sacrifice for each other. That creates an atmosphere for people to be their best. The teams that have good chemistry, there may be friction, there may be drama, but underneath any of that is a real respect for each other and a commitment to sacrificing for each other.
And it's the Bucks ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Korver, no luck.
He continues to struggle from the field, but luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good for Morris.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Passes to Connaughton. He kicks to Korver. Jacks up a 3. Basket made. Just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Ellington the pass to Randall. Out to Payton. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Payton attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Payton's got his first bucket in this one.
Really like seeing Payton operate inside. I mean, showing once again that he's got the total package.
Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Now here's Korver. Ellington defending. Outside for Bledsoe. The three-pointer no good. Knicks trail by 11. And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. To the paint, and the dunk by Lopez.
Eric Bledsoe becoming much better at threading the needle on those passes, and whenever he does so, it's good to see.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's Payton. 9 points last game out. Over Bledsoe. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And Eric Bledsoe, so gifted athletically. He's got to learn to read the game as fast as he plays it, and that's a process. Staying under control, using change of pace, those are things he can tighten up.
And New York making a change here. Gibson's checked in. George Hill's checked in for Milwaukee. Bucks leading by 8. And playing under Chauncey Billups and Chris Paul, Eric Bledsoe got the message about playing Clark at 2 speeds.
Well, you know, it's almost like baseball. You've got to have a little change of pace in your game, the change-up to keep hitters off balance in baseball, same in basketball. And his strength helps him too now. He can hold off his defender while he downshifts to make decisions with the ball.
Payton finds Portis, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Second, Robin Lopez.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
Some nice passing by New York here. Ellington the pass to Gibson. Lopez over to help. Knocked loose and stolen by Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Connaughton's got the lead up to 13 now for Milwaukee.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Morris. The pass to Ellington. Off target from outside. Bucks leading by 13. Inside. Ilyasova gets the bucket. Ilyasova's got 4 points in the quarter.
Really starting to come into play now is the mindset of Ilyasova inside, using every inch of his wingspan to get these shots up and in.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. Clock at 6 for 3. Hill. Good work defensively by Morris. Knicks trail by 13. Now here's Ellington. He's got 5. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started,
One shot,
came
gentlemen.
off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
And the technical free throw is good. Kicks to Ellington. Over Ilyasova. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
A competent score from the mid-range. Actually, maybe his best part of his game. Gibson solid at recognizing when that shot's available.
On the wing, Hill, defended by Gibson. Hill, no good. Knicks trail by 10. It's stolen. Feeds it to Lopez. Here's Connaughton.
You got it. Come on.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Eric Bledsoe. Averaging about 19 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Smith checked in for New York. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Knicks trail by 10. Here's Knox. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Knox has got 7 points.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
That's why you got to push Giannis Antetokounmpo out of the paint. I mean, he's too long, too skilled, and very confident from this area. You got to get him out of there.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Trier. And no good that time. Great D that time from Middleton. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
Ball movement is really crucial to this team, and Hill always keeps his head moving, looking for the open teammate.
The Knicks shooting 48% on their attempts here in quarter number 2. Smith surveying the D to the right side. Here's Trier. They grab their own miss.
An exceptional offensive rebounder. Gibson seems to have an uncanny ability to get to the right position on the glass.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Milwaukee up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, you know, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active, everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. The second quarter saw them extend their lead to 12 points at the break through some solid team basketball. Very few wasted possessions and a strong effort defensively. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And Kenny, your take on New York.
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, and you know, he accumulated a lot of assists. And I liked how unselfish he was, Greg.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Bucks leading by 12. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Knicks, Trier out there with Smith. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Knox in at the 3 spot. And it's Smith missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Lopez, no luck. New York shooting the ball at 42%. Trier passes to Smith. That 3 off the mark.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Matthews, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 6 assists in the game. Smith against Bledsoe. To the inside, and the dunk by Robinson.
Yeah, and Smith doing a nice job getting his teammates involved. Terrific at spotting the open man.
Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. Outside for Bledsoe. No good with the triple.
They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1-for-4 start.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. That's tipped, and so here is New York. Randle dishes to Smith. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, Smith makes you pay when he gets inside. Despite not being that big, he's got a lot of game in the paint.
Bledsoe outside. Lopez outside. Pass to Middleton. Baseline try, and the jumper is good. Middleton's got 11.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And not the best season for Brook Lopez a year ago. Never seemed to be in the form we're used to seeing him in.
Normally, Kevin, he's so efficient and just didn't make the shots at the rate he normally does. He ended up being more of a role-playing big man than a centerpiece. And I think he's still got plenty left in his fuel tank, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him bounce back with a really strong season.
And last season, not the one Brook Lopez wanted to have before heading into free agency.
He just never seemed to find a place with the Lakers and saw his minutes decline as he wasn't in their plans. Averaged a career low in terms of minutes played per game last year. And I think he still's got a lot to offer and should bounce back closer to his all-star level of output.
Nice looking set shot for Lopez. He can stretch the floor just about to the three-point line.
Here's Robinson. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Down low. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his 7th assist in the game. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
And a look at the top three-point shooting small forwards this season in the NBA. Every wingman should have that shot in his arsenal, and these guys certainly do. Chris Middleton, 4th.
I mean, you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on that list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter, and you risk them blowing by you. But if you back off, you might get your feelings hurt.
Well, I think you've got to take the first approach, Greg. You got to get up into them. You can't give these guys any space to shoot the three.
Here's Knox. Guarded by Bledsoe, and Antetokounmpo with the block.
And Antetokounmpo's 7'3" wingspan, extraordinary. I mean, he's effective in rejecting shots, bothering shots, and stealing the ball.
Now here's Middleton, guarded closely. Here's Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
And you know what? It's important for big men to be able to shoot from deep in today's game. And shot selection important. Good shot selection there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's foul number 2 for him. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
Antetokounmpo is clearly a freak of an athlete. At his size, with his agility and length and strength. And what really makes him special is that he works so hard on the defensive end. If he's on you, he's going to make it a long night for you.
Outside Robinson. The dish now to Smith. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Middleton. Matthews passes to Lopez. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against New York. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Two shots.
The first one falls. So for the Knicks, Portis, he's checked in for Robinson, and Morris subbed in for Knox. Both free throws good from Lopez. Knicks trail by 21. Got a piece of it. And Matthews kicks to Lopez. Shoots over Portis, and it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Matthews. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Payton, he's checked in for Trier. Smith against Matthews. Payton looking around. Randall finds Morris. There's the lob into Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Smith the pass to Portis. Payton against Matthews. Just 5 to shoot. Morris right side. Shoots over Matthews and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Lopez, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Julius Randle picks one up.
Really hard to get to the shot of Lopez, especially with his reach.
And a season after he won the most improved player, Antetokounmpo, Clark, was a legit MVP contender.
No doubt about it. I think if the Bucks had been a top seed, perhaps he could have won it, although James Harden was phenomenal last season. The league has been put on notice. This is a guy who wouldn't surprise me at all if he became an MVP at some point in his career.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Lopez. The Knicks have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Dotson. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Morris kicks to Dotson. Shot clock at 6. Over Mason. That's short off the rim.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those days. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it's just not working for you.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Left side, Korver. Shoots over Bullock. It's rebounded by New York. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
2 shots. Last on the
first. And the first one at the line is good. We know Clark fans want to see star players. That's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important, that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course. So that's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, I mean, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play in, unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. And it's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
And Morris throws it down.
And the amount of confidence Morris is feeling right now, everything looks right. Just an awesome scoring display from him.
Hill kicks to Lopez. Outside Corver. DiVincenzo. And the Bucks miss again.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
To the middle, here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
Exactly. I mean, it had to happen here in the third. Now they've got the run going, and I think they've got to keep it going now.
That one drops for him.
I think that's why Hill's teammates really like him. I mean, he gets to the hoop rapidly and really does it in a simple-looking fashion.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Payton. 16 points for Marcus Morris.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. It's his first trip to the line.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. The Knicks making a switch here. Trier's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Middleton's checked in. Lopez hits them both. Knicks trail by 21. Smith the pass to Gibson. Lopez against Robinson. New York moving the ball around. And here's Smith. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. The shot that time not on target. Bucks leading by 21. To the middle. Ilyasova can't hit. For New York, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. The Knicks have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Middleton on the wing.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Well, you want to talk about the smoothest players in the league? You can't forget about Chris Middleton. I mean, he's not a blow-you-away athlete, but he has really good length and a sweet stroke, and he can get his shot off anytime.
And he knocks down the first one. And you look at Chris Middleton, Clark. What doesn't he do well?
You know, there's not much. He does a little bit of everything well. He's a smart, versatile defender. He can command the double team with his scoring and punish the double team with his passing as well. He can hurt you a lot of different ways, Kevin.
A difficult situation for New York. Smith with it. Morris outside. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, Middleton in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Smith up top. He's guarded by Hill. Here's Trier. He's got 7, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. For New York, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Hill. 6 points for him. Passes it to Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Hill deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ilyasova. The Knicks pull it in. Gibson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Morris. It's good. Morris has got 8 points here in this quarter.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
The kick out to Ilyasova. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Bucks lead by 20.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Trier passes to Robinson. Gibson with it. Lopez covering. Down low. Here's Trier. 9 points in the game so far. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. Milwaukee leading by 20. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And it's easy to see why Antetokounmpo could be MVP of this league. I mean, he can flat out dominate games at times.
Gibson. Inside. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Gibson. And that's 20 points for Marcus Morris.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Knox, he's checked in for the Knicks. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Ilyasova. Antetokounmpo kicks to Hill. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Lopez inside. Gibson on him. Kicks it down to Middleton. From the baseline. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 15 points for Chris Middleton.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Morris. Lopez with the block. They recover it. Here's Morris. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Here's Trier, guarded by Bledsoe. Morris kicks to Gibson. Smith outside for the 3. And it's Eric Bledsoe with the rebound. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Now Smith fires the three, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Knicks trail by 19 on the court for the Bucks. Giannis is down low with Lopez. Bledsoe is out there with Hill, and it's Matthews in at the 3. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo over Randall. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Bucks. Smith against Bledsoe to the wing right side. But they recover it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
The 3 from Matthews. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Well, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
Bledsoe outside. It's rebounded by New York. Portis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Knox. No good with the triple. Bucks leading by 19 points. And Bledsoe, here we go. And he comes up with the deuce. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 assists. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Bledsoe against Smith. Here's Knox. That shot no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Hill. Great D that time from Portis.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Here's Knox. He's covered by Matthews. Down low, here's Smith. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the 2nd half.
Bledsoe outside. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Pass to Knox. Now Smith. Antetokounmpo defending. Smith against Bledsoe. And it's Smith penetrating. The baseline J off the mark.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
For 3, Middleton. That one misses. The Knicks go the other way with it. Stolen by Bledsoe. Fast break, Milwaukee. Bledsoe's running. The feed to Middleton. Baseline J on the way. Off the left rim and out. Knicks trail by 21. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And the pass to Portis. Smith outside. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, Smith is both a volume and efficient three-point scorer. I mean, he shoots a lot of them, but he makes a good percentage of them, too.
Randall against Antetokounmpo. The wide open look here for Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. The Knicks have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Stolen by Middleton. Antetokounmpo finds Bledsoe. Bucks passing it around. Matthews up top. Pass to Bledsoe. Now here's Matthews over Smith. Matthews no good. Knocked away. Stolen by Middleton. Fast break, Milwaukee. Picked off in midair. Smith on the wing. Here's the three. And he's good on the three ball. Smith's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Lopez outside. Middleton on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Middleton. And the Bucks lead by 20.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboards.
And those rebounds lead the team. I mean, he's been the tone setter for him today in terms of work ethic and glass eating. He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Shot from 16. And off target that time from Trier.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Middleton the pass to Matthews. He kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Matthews. The three-pointer no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Knox. Here's Trier. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
Inside. Here's Lopez. Milwaukee. No good that time either.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change, Clark.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. It's an 18-point lead. Lobbed up there for Lopez. And a fast break now for New York. And Randall throws it down.
Such an exciting young player. Randall flexing his muscles there.
Milwaukee leading by 16. Bledsoe kicks to Ilyasova. Matthews scanning the floor. Pass to Middleton. Lets it go with a three. Bangs home the trifecta. Middleton's got 9 points now in just the second half.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Robinson against Lopez. Here's Knox. Kept alive by New York.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock
even more.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Trier. To the inside, Robinson, and the dunk by Robinson.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
For 3, Middleton. The Knicks pull it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
There's the pass to Knox. New York moving it around. Yes, that goes in. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here's Bledsoe. Matthews finds Bledsoe. Ilyasova with the ball. Inside. Ball stolen. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Smith gets it to go on the assist from Randall. 17 points for Smith.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Ilyasova passes to Bledsoe. And the rejection by Smith.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
All right, David, thanks. And it's Smith missing.
Well, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Trier, good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Bucks leading by 9. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Outside Matthews. Five on the clock. Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
New York, they're working against the clock now. Here's Smith. And Lopez pulls it down. Lopez has got 8 rebounds in this game. The shot by Bledsoe, nobody around. The quick look, no good that time. Kicks it down to Middleton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And, you know, Middleton is really dangerous on the drive. He often gets to the rim in a heartbeat and forces defenders to end up fouling it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Middleton.
Boy, for me, it's really been fun watching the evolution of Chris Middleton. I mean, a rangy 2 guard who can really stuff the stat sheet.
Both shots good from the stripe. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 13. 1:16 left in the game. Smith up top, guarded by Bledsoe. Bledsoe against Smith. Pass to Trier. Six to shoot. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Bledsoe.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Bucks.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
The Knicks making a switch here. Portis is checked in.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, it would take a miracle for them to come back in my mind, like Tracy McGrady against the Spurs type of heroics. A lot of points in a little bit of time.
Matthews finds Lopez. And stolen by Portis. To the paint, here's Knox. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
He's off on the first. And he ends up making the second, and that brings them to within 10. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here is Antetokounmpo. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops. And everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.